Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy and it's Indie on a Budget. This is actually my first YouTube video ever, and one thing that I really noticed about watching YouTube is you guys love jump cuts. They're everywhere. This is like crazy to me as a filmmaker because we hate jump cuts, but I like it. It's gonna be fine because I'm gonna try it a lot. So anyway, back to the task at hand. This is the Sony F65 camera that I unwrapped about a week ago. And it's here, and it's touchable, and I love it. So, figure we could go over some of the stats, some of the stuff that I've kind of gleaned from the internet. The Sony F65 camera has a 20 megapixel 8K sensor. I mean, this is humongous, especially for video cameras. They get this 8K from having a full 4K green photo sensor. I love green. Apparently, this is true 4K, and I'm gonna believe him on this. It has a 1.9 to 1 aspect ratio, 14 stops of dynamic range. Base ISO is 800, and you can push it to 3200. This camera has a wider color gamut than film. I mean, film is beautiful. Film is saturated film. We love film. But this can see more colors. This is crazy. This camera can record 16-bit linear 8K raw footage. That's more tonal values than the human eye can even see. Now, why we need that? I'll figure it out, but it's there when we need it. It shoots up to 120 frames per second raw. That's 5 times the slow motion if you're using a 24 frames per second picture, which I usually do, because it's more fun, and it looks great. It has a rotary shutter option that eliminates rolling shutter. And I don't know about you, but I hate rolling shutter. I mean, that just chaps my Combine that with in-camera ND filters, and I don't know, this thing is pretty amazing. Now, okay, I get it. It's not new. Sure, it came out in 2012, which is 4 years ago. 4 years. But let me tell you this. This camera still outperforms a lot of the modern day cameras. I mean, you look at the new RE65. It shoots up to 6K, I think. It's 8K. The Red Dragon weapon has a dynamic range of, I think, around 18 point something. Better, more dynamic range than this, but still, only a 6K sensor, can't do 8K, can't do 8K RAW. This is a 4-year-old camera that's outperforming cameras right now. Let's take a closer look. So this is the PL mount on the Sony. Check right in there. Viewfinder. This is where the rotary shutter is housed. And you have your DC out. These are your hookup monitors. Get lens information right here. These are all your out powers for whatever you want. Power on off switch. SD out 2 for a monitor. For USB for upgrade. This is the gin lock, so you can mount 2 F65s together and lock them as far as shutter and so they're moving on the same pace. Then these two for the shutter. The HDY out, and I am not really sure what that is for, but here's another SDI out 1 and remote port right there. Power in to the camera. It runs on an 8-pin LEMO connector. This is where you hook the RAW recorder on the back right here to this little guy. The menu interface, you know, you change your menu, select right there, record button with a lock. That. Your manual shutter and your electronic shutter. You can switch between the two. You can lock it once you have your settings all proper. You can lock it so where nothing can be changed. Display menu, and you have 4 assignable buttons up here where you can preset an SD little card slot right there. You can put some LUTs in through your SD card and have different looks for your camera. Top mount rail system right here. Screw holes to put, you know, monitors. Usually there's a viewfinder that would come off of here. The bottom comes with a plate here, pretty massive. that you would screw your tripod plate to, and then you could mount it, or your rails, your bottom rails, do whatever with that. And it comes with a built-in shoulder rest. Well, that is the F65 and what I know of it, and I'm going to learn a lot more about this camera. I'm going to tell you that right now. And eventually, I'm going to be able to shoot with it. Isn't that great? So thank you so much for watching. I do a lot of photography as well, and you can follow me on Instagram. It's right here, Film and Fun. And yeah, we'll see you next time.